Yes people, what's happening? We've got another custom tactics video here on the channel. Haven't done one of these in a while. We're back playing FIFA 21. I haven't played FIFA in a very long time. Just jumped back into it recently to do some objectives and SBCs and stuff. Got back into the gameplay a little bit, and my custom tactics were absolutely terrible, and I was just getting ripped apart. I'm in Division 2 in Division Rivals, and I was just getting absolutely battered 6-1, 5-0, you name it. It was a disaster. So we've played around a bit, and I've found some new custom tactics that are really working for me, to make sure I get some wins, stay solid at the back, but also put pressure on the opponent going forward on my attacks. You can see the team I do use on the screen right here. We do not stay in this formation in the game. In fact, we do actually. That is a lie. We stay in this formation, but Curtis Jones does swap with Bruno. Bruno moves to the centre. Rashford goes up top and Rooney goes on the right. Little bit confusing, but just a little movement of this trio, I was going to say, but there's four of them, whatever you want to call it. Quadruplets, is that the word? These four man right here, they switch about. This is the team we are using. Very solid team, as you can tell. We did pack Inform Varane. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you go and check it out on the channel. That reaction was priceless. Make sure you check that video out. This guy's insane. So jumping into the custom tactics, like I say, we do stay in that formation. Our balanced tactics, we don't touch. You should put this on one depth and drop back as your balanced tactic. But we switch straight to our tactic anyway, so I'm not even asked about that, to be honest. So our tactic we are going to use is on the ultra defensive side of things, but that is just where it is on the D-pad. That does not mean that we are playing an ultra defensive style of football, because believe me, we're really not. For the defensive style, we do use pressure on heavy touch. Now, we did used to use pressure after possession loss, but if you play against a high level player in FUT Champions or Division Rivals, you will just get ripped apart by somebody, because they'll know how to play out of the pressure after possession loss. You know, when you win the ball back, all your players push up, so they'll know a little X through ball over the top, or just a little pass and move. You know, they'll exploit you at the back, is what I'm trying to say. So this pressure on heavy touch, it's a lot better of an option for me personally, because you're not pressuring all the time, but at those moments when, you know, the ball runs a bit loose or the opponent has a bad touch, obviously, as it says, your players are going to push up and press and try and win that ball back. You know, with press after possession loss, they push up almost every single time that you lose the ball, and that just leaves you so open and exposed. But with this one, you only apply pressure at certain times when it is good to do so. And if you've got good enough players in your squad with high defensive awareness stats, they know when to press and when not to. So the width and depth we do have on 5-5, pretty basic, pretty standard. Usually I was using 5-4, I think, or 4-3, you know, lower depth, but we're keeping our depth standard. I should probably drop it by 1 because I do get exposed a lot, and I will show you in the player instructions where I do get exposed the most on the pitch. For the offensive style, we use long ball. Now, all year round on FIFA 21, I've been experimenting with the offensive styles, trying to find one that suits my game style best, and most of the time it is just balanced, but I am really enjoying long ball at the minute. Now, the name long ball makes you think of like Route 1, Burnley, Stoke type play. Sit back behind the ball, then when you win it with your defenders, lob it up to a target man who can win the header, flick it on to an attacker. But that is not the case. Basically, what long ball does is when you win the ball back, all your players will start to run up the pitch. Like I say, they are waiting for that through ball over the top, but it just gives them a nice little push up the pitch, and you can create fast counter-attacks with tiki-taka style play, 1-2s, especially down the wings and stuff. You don't have to lob it up to a Chris Wood, Ashley Barnes target man, Peter Crouch. Yeah, you can just lob it to your wingers, or just play it along the ground. You don't have to lob it anyway. For the width for the attack, we keep it again on 5. You know, very basic and very standard. We don't want it to be too wide. We don't want to be too narrow, because then if you're too wide, you get exploited down the middle. If you're too narrow, you get exploited out wide. So we leave it on 5, which is the default. For players in the box, we have on 4, a little bit passive. You know, normally I would have it on 5. You will see in the custom tactics though, this isn't really a good demonstration of the tactics of the team. You can see on the right hand side of the screen there, it shows 2 men in the box. We're on 4 bars, obviously, out of 10. And it says that there are 2 men in the box. But when we get to the player instructions, you'll see there will be more than 2 men in the box when you have a crossing opportunity. Corners and free kicks, 2 and 2. Don't want to get exposed on the counter-attack for corners and free kicks. Free kicks, I never whip in anyway, I always pass short. And corners, you know, you've got your front post, Varane, Van Dijk, one of them's going to be there to win the header. It doesn't matter about all the other players. That is it for the tactics though. Now getting into the player instructions. Just to show you again, we do have the 4-2-3-1 formation. That is the formation that we do use. You can see the team on the screen there after minute 1. This is what we changed to for the whole game. You can see the setup there and how it differs from our standard default formation. Now jumping into the player instructions. On Alisson, we don't touch the custom tactics on our goalkeeper. I actually didn't even know goalkeepers had custom tactics until I've just clicked on it then. So we don't touch that, because why would you put custom tactics on your goalkeeper? Alisson is bad enough as it is. I don't want to put anything else on him to make him even more of a retard. At left back, we have Ferland Mendy. We have Mendy on stay back while attacking, and we have the same on Trent, stay back while attacking. Now Trent is really where I get exposed in this team. He was 150,000 coins, and I may as well have put 150,000 pounds worth of shit in my hands and clapped, because that'd be more fun than using this Trent Alexander-Arnold team of the tournament card, because he's absolutely shit. He gets exposed every fucking time down that right flank or the left flank for the opponent. Yeah, it's just not good. But we have him on stay back while attacking. You wouldn't think it because he's never fucking back. But that is the tactic for our right back. 2 centre backs we leave on regular. We don't touch those guys there. N'Golo Kante is our right defensive midfielder. He is our solid anchor man that sits in front of the centre backs. We do have Kante on cover centre for defensive position. You should know about that by now. Stay back while attacking. You should already know about that by now as well. But we do have 2 additional custom tactics that I don't normally throw on my midfielders, but it's been working absolutely amazing for me. And that is for the defensive behaviour. We do have man mark. Now, you would think of Kante as a cut, pass and lanes type guy, you know, with his high interceptions and stuff, but man mark is really, really good this year on FIFA 21. I am really enjoying the way my players are playing while I do have the man mark instruction on them. We also have aggressive interceptions. Now, this is a very overpowered custom tactic to have. Your players will drain stamina very quick, but aggressive interceptions, like, you just can't beat it. You know when you're playing a kid and he's just raping you?
Dominated us. Like, that was rape. Like, rape. Simple as, really.
For lack of a better word, he's just raping you. Yeah, that's because he's probably got aggressive interceptions on. You know, you play the ball up to your striker, next minute his defender's already behind you, up your ass, taking the ball off you, taking your shorts down to your ankles, you know what I mean? That's probably because he's got aggressive interceptions on. Like, it really does help, especially combined with the pressure on heavy touch custom tactic. Aggressive interceptions, it's just mad. Your player will run up and intercept the ball so many times, and you don't have to do a thing. You know, you just have to get a good enough player in your squad and it'll do it all for you. Left defensive midfielder, we do have Curtis Jones, who does have the exact same custom tactics as Kante apart from one. So we've got man mark, we have aggressive interceptions, and we have cover centre, but we don't have stay back while attacking. Curtis Jones gives us a bit of an attacking threat going forward. He's got good passing, decent shooting, so sometimes he will run forward and during the attack in that like number 8 type role, Frank Lampard-esque, running into the box late and picking up a loose ball. Curtis Jones has done that many times for me. Fantastic card. I'm not sure if his SBC is still out. Make sure you complete this SBC. He's fucking amazing. Our central cam is Bruno Fernandes. We do have him on aggressive interceptions, again, for the same reasons as the 2 CDMs. We have him on stay forward as well for the defensive support. We always want our Cam or Bruno, our playmaker, to be up top to make sure he can play the final ball through to the attackers when we do win the ball back. We've also got him on to get into the box for cross. Like I mentioned earlier, the bars in the custom tactics aren't really representative of what's going to happen in game because Bruno is on get into the box across. So if Grealish or Rooney has the ball out wide, Bruno will make it run into the box. Moving across to Rooney, again, we do have aggressive interceptions for the same reason. We also have get into the box across for Rooney, like I've just mentioned for Bruno. Same thing, but we don't have stay forward, we don't have come back on defence, we have standard for the defensive support. Just leave that on the default and he plays very well on the wing. And for Grealish, we have the same custom tactics as Rooney, which is aggressive interceptions and get into the box across, and default for position and freedom and defensive support. I might actually try Grealish with free roam, you know. I do like having an advanced playmaker type role in my team. Like on Football Manager, I have an advanced playmaker and I have him on free roam and he just comes inside a lot and it's really nice, because right now Grealish stays out wide and he does fuck all in game for me. So I might try that with free roam, but right now, you know, it's safer to just stick with the default because I haven't tested that out yet. And finally, we do have Rashford up top. We do have Rashford on get in behind, and that's it. You know, none of this stay central, stay forward. We just have him on getting behind, and it's just working a charm. You know, this Rashford card is absolutely ridiculous. We packed this red card early on in the year. The reaction to that is on the channel as well. Make sure you look back on the channel for that one. Ridiculous. Look at his stats: 102 games, 97 goals, 51 assists. That's ridiculous. That's all come from division rivals and FUT champions. That's an insane record. But that is it for the tactics. Hopefully you did enjoy. Please hit like, comment, share and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you're going to use these custom tactics. And let me know if you use them in the weekend league, how you do get on this weekend. I'm jumping back into weekend league this week for the first time in a long time. Hopefully I don't get battered. We'll be back on Thursday next week with a rewards video. We might even do another FIFA video before then. Make sure you stay tuned with notifications turned on to find out when the next FIFA upload is. But that is going to be it for the video, boys. I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.